Hi, I'm Barb.
And I'm Randine.
And I'm Lori.
I'm Faith.
And this is our
Sclero-What?
Zooming adventures.
So today we're here with Lori and Faith, mother-daughter. Lori is a 4-H leader in Minnesota. You guys live in Fulda, Minnesota. And Faith is a 4-H member. Lori, how long have you been a 4-H leader?
This is just my first year, actually.
Okay, how many years has your family been involved in 4-H?
Well, I grew up being in 4-H in Iowa, and I have 3 older children who were all in 4-H. So I guess we've been 4-H family for, I don't know, a long time. In Iowa and Minnesota do their 4-H programs very differently, but the cool thing is they just learn so much. So, yeah.
You had us outside on the farm and we were looking at alpacas and some goats. Can you share with us about the alpaca, what we were talking about off camera, about the hair and trimming?
Yeah, so alpacas are typically shorn every year for their fiber, and then people turn it into yarn. And so we had 2 alpacas that were shorn already this year in May. And then the 2 that we just bought, the people who own them would shear in June. I think they said in June, early July. So they haven't been shorn yet. But so that's the difference. And then when you see them on the brown one, and one of the white ones had a lot of fiber, and the other ones were more, you can see if they're shorn.
Okay, wait a minute, Lori. You're not talking to farm girls. What are you talking about, shorn? What does that mean?
So
we're not 4-Hers.
Okay, so it's kind of like sheep shearing, where they take clippers, and it's pretty much the same thing, wouldn't you say?
It's like getting a haircut.
It's like getting a haircut with a
Okay, shaver. All right, now you're talking our language.
So they shear them, they lay them down on the ground, and then they just shear them, and they get up and they look really naked. But already they've grown, what do you think, an inch? Maybe an inch of fiber already since May. So, and so we have a guy who comes, we don't do it ourselves. We have a guy who comes from Oklahoma, and he goes to somebody's farm, and then we all bring our alpacas there. And so this year we brought 3. We now own 5. We have 1 male and 4 females, and they can't live by themselves. They have to be in a herd. Same way with goats. They have to be in a herd. And a herd is 3 to 5 at least, and then more than that, and the more you have, the better. So, yeah.
Is it good that you only have 1 male and 4 females, or does that not matter, or?
So they're separate. The male is in his own area. And if you have more than 1 male, then they like to fight. So some people do have more than 1 male. I'm not quite sure how that. We're new to alpacas. We've only had alpacas for
2 years.
2 years. So we went to the Slayton Autumn Boutique in Slayton, Minnesota, and they sell the fiber, the products like socks, gloves, and all that stuff. But we, being a 4-H family and having animals, we were more interested in the animal. And so then we decided we wanted to get alpacas. And they're really docile. They're just really, they're super curious. They're just a really nice animal.
Is the purpose of having, I mean, other than the animal, but do you sell the fiber? Is that?
Yes, so you can sell it. I have not sold it yet. I am hoping to learn how to process it. So
That's what I was gonna, that was my next question. So if you're not selling it, then are you guys making your own yarn or whatever out of it?
Right. So right now we're making a skirting table, which is the first step. It's where you kind of pick out the bad and the dirty. And then after that, then you wash it. And then, and I'm learning all the steps. But I just ordered a drum carder where you see them put it on I don't know if you've ever seen it, goes on a spinning thing. And I just ordered that actually from Russia. And that is coming. It's somewhere between here and there. So and then we're hoping to sell it as either, they call it a cloud or roving, and that's the steps before a spinner would spin it into yarn. So
Okay, so basically what I'm hearing is alpaca language is way different than normal language, because you're just talking about shoring, fiber, clowns, like those are none of those words you just said are what I would think that they mean.
right. Yeah, and we've learned all this too just by, I really truly learned most of my stuff on the internet and being in Facebook alpaca groups. So
And what was that we just saw?
yeah, so we also have goats, and so we have a baby goat who was a triplet, and she was really, really small. And so she is our indoor goat, like a dog. And so she's very hungry, and she wants to drink her bottle.
Oh, it's lunchtime for her.
Yeah. So
And what's her name?
Her name is Pauline from Bambi.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can see her side, she looks like a little deer.
She
And
does.
she'll have this bottle gone in like a minute here. Anyway, Nigerian dwarf goats are smaller, and they're supposed to be about 2 pounds when they're born, and she was just a little over a pound.
Okay.
So we brought her in, and she was cold, really cold, and so we dried her off and put a hair dryer and a heat lamp, and her temperature didn't even register on the thermometer, so she was below 80 some degrees. And their regular temperature is 103 to 104. So we had to warm her up. So we warmed her up, and then we had to get her to drink a bottle, and it wasn't this easy at the beginning. She's really a pig. Did you know?
And what are you feeding her? Like do you milk the mother like women do?
Yeah. Yep, actually, the first few days were very important. We milked the mom and got colostrum. And she had triplets. One died, and then this one, and then there's one more. She's done. And so, yeah, we milked the mom. And now we are using some, you can just buy it at Walmart, goat milk. It's powdered, and people drink it. And then we just give that to her. We mix it up and give it to her. So. Yeah. Are you done?
What's your plan? What's your plan with her?
So our plan with her is she's been spending more and more time outside, to get her to know that she's a goat, because she doesn't really, when she goes outside, her mom rejected her. And so she just kind of goes outside and does her own thing. But the plan is for her to be outside here in about 3 weeks for good, like the regular goats. And then next year, she'll be a 4-H goat and be shown at the fair. So.
And where does she sleep at night?
Well, she sleeps in Faith's room in a dog kennel. She was sleeping in a little bucket, but she can jump out of everything now. So.
Faith, is she a good sleeper at night?
Yeah, she does. She sleeps good until the morning. Then she's like an alarm clock.
How does she go to the bathroom? Like, do you take her, is she litter trained? Like, how does that work?
You just like a puppy, you just take her around every 4 hours to go to the bathroom.
She's actually pretty easy to train. So she's actually almost easier than a dog.
Really?
I never would have thought I'd have a goat in my house.
Does she listen to commands? Like, can you tell her to sit or anything like that?
No, I don't know. We haven't really tried, but so she's kind of a herd animal. So like when goats are born, they talk to their mom. They talk to them, and then the mom answers. So when we talk, a lot of times if she's not right with us, she will talk to us, and then we'll talk to her, and so she thinks we're her mom.
And how's she gonna do when she gets back out with the goats then?
She just kind of does her own thing, kind of parallel with them. I don't know. She does play with the other. We have like how many? 4 baby goats besides her.
Mhm.
There were 4 baby goats out there. She's the smallest, but now she's big enough that she won't get hurt. Because the alpacas, sometimes they get a little clumsy, and we don't want her to get stepped on. But she's about the size that they were when they were born, the other ones, and she's 3 weeks old now.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah, she's about caught up now.
Does she when she's outside, does she go to the door and want in the house?
Actually, we put her outside by the door, our front door, and then we let her spend time out there she likes to play with the cats. And my husband couldn't find her. And here she was out in the pasture with the other goats, so she had found her way out there.
Oh. Well, that's good. So maybe she does know that she's a goat.
Maybe. She's falling asleep. See, she was outside for like 3 or 4 hours, and so right now she's like, I'm so tired.
Yeah, I was gonna say her belly is full. She's had her lunch, and now she's ready for her afternoon nap.
Where will she go take a nap?
So she'll probably just lay. We have a sliding glass door, and she likes to lay there in front of the sun and just lay in the sun on the floor. And then we bring in grass for her. And so she's got a little bit of grass we have a pasture in our house. So we bring a little bit of grass inside just so she can nibble, because she likes to nibble on plastic, everything. So, So when Faith says her homework got eaten this fall, it could really be true.
That's a great excuse, Faith. You might have to use it even if it's not true.
Yeah.
Faith, what's the best event that you like to participate in 4-H?
What
What is the event, the category?
I really like the dog project and doing like agility with my dogs.
Yeah, that is special. You have dogs that you were able to do that with?
Yeah, I have 2 dogs that can do agility, but one of them's getting older, so I retired her this year. And then I have a puppy that I'm training for next year and this year that can eventually be doing agility too.
Good for you. Yeah.
But then
Awesome.
I have a 2-year-old Australian Shepherd, and he loves agility and is very hyper and has a lot of energy to do that stuff.
Did he go to state with you last year?
Yeah, he went. I've shown him 2 years so far because he's only 2 years old, and both years he's went up to state fair and he's gotten reserve champion both years. So he's done pretty well for being only 2 and a puppy the first year he went to state.
So right now your local fair is supposed to happen, right? And our state fair in Minnesota has been canceled.
No, Nobles County canceled their fair.
It's canceled to the public, but the 4-Hers, I think, might still be able to show. Like, we're gonna come in small groups, I think.
So they're hoping by July 1st that there will be new guidelines and we can have a big group. Right now we can have more than 10 people for the 4-H meetings or any kind of 4-H event. So they're hoping that July 1st will change so that we can have bigger groups. And then they're hoping to bring in judges and do some virtual stuff. And I mean, when you do animals anyways, you have to keep about 6 feet apart. So yeah. So we'll see.
Thank God. Thank God for the internet. Thank God for virtual reality.
Yeah.
Because that's able to let you guys continue to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
And so with 4-H, Faith, so you show the alpacas, you show the goats, and you do the dog stuff. Is there anything Is that everything or?
I have a cow that I get in the summer, like during May, and then I raise him up till August, and then I show him at the fair, and then I usually sell him. So I show a calf, and then I show chickens usually every year, and then my first project that I started in 4-H was showing rabbits, and I still show them. And then I do projects as well, like just art projects and stuff.
And she does a lot of photography. Last year she won the whole, she won her age division, she won the category she was in, and she won overall in photography at the fair. And that's pretty tough to do. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Faith. That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
That's awesome. And what was it all the same picture?
Yeah, it was one picture. I had like I could go get it.
Yeah. Why don't you run and get it?
I'll go get it.
Okay, go get it. We want to see it. Absolutely.
She does a lot of she's been doing photography for like, oh, probably every year she's been in it. So 6 years, and she does really well. She loves it. So
that's awesome. And what kind of camera or whatever does she use, Lori?
Well, she was just using mine, and it was just a cheap couple, just a cheap old camera. But she did save up, and she got her own camera, which is it's not like it's a pretty good camera. I think we'll just spend maybe $800 on it, $600 to $800 on it. So it's the next step up. I mean, you can get cameras. I think you can spend a lot on cameras.
I was gonna say you can spend as little or as much as you want.
So yeah.
So here's the picture.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Is that just a little marble?
It's actually like a glass ball about like that big. And I put it, there was like a little road that I put it on, and there's a lot like on the painted line, and then there's like fall trees in the background.
That's very pretty.
Thanks.
Well, we are doing lots of photos on our Facebook page, and Barb loves sunsets, but we've been doing like nature photos and sunsets and flowers. So if you can just share any of those pictures. Oh, Barb, what are you pointing at? The sunset, yeah. Yeah, if you want to just post those pictures and post some pictures of your alpacas and your goats, that would be nice too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of pictures throughout the years of being in 4-H.
If she would take her phone in her room, is it clean? Kind of clean. You could see a lot of her projects she's done.
Oh, because you have them on your walls and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't you just take your phone in there? She'll take your
Look at her.
phone.
She's like, I don't know if I want to, Mom.
My bed's not made.
Yeah.
You're 16, Faith. You get a free pass on the bed being made.
Okay. So, I have like all of my pictures.
Oh my goodness.
There's like, this is from my first year that I took. It's kind of, there's a lot of them. I took like 4 or 5 every year.
What is that? Is it a buffalo? That's right next to that first one?
Oh yeah, that's a buffalo. That's from Yellowstone.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
And you love fruit too.
Yeah, I have a thing with taking pictures of food. I don't know. Because there's like cupcakes and muffins and candy.
And M&Ms?
Yeah. And then there's ice cream here.
I like that pencil one.
No.
And there's a flower too.
Was that a jellyfish up at the top?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And there's a waterfall. And then you have
A waterfall.
Uh, those are gorgeous, Faith.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful wall of pictures.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What's the
Yeah.
other one that's missing?
I think it's pretty good. Like, things down here fell through my bed. It was in California. It was a beach.
Oh,
by the
look at
beach.
that.
Mhm.
Ooh, beautiful.
And then there's a couple more over here.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
There's a monkey and some birds and a little, I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Those are awesome, Faith.
Mhm.
Good job.
So
Do you
your
think you
project.
want to do photography for a living or?
I have thought about that. It's between photography and then I was also I'm looking at like canine dogs, like for police or like search dogs.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
what
look at that. Is that a painting?
yeah.
She's
Wow.
hoping she wants to enter that in the fair this year.
that's beautiful. Did you do that
You
at
should.
on your own
Yeah.
at school?
I did. Well, it was for one of the like. It was an art project for over distance learning, and you gotta just
Okay.
choose what you wanted to paint and everything. You kind of could just create your own projects.
Nice.
Can I
Very
just
nice.
say that we are so happy of your bedroom color that you've chosen because that is scleroderma blue there. And so I'm going to put a plug in for scleroderma right here.
You have a gray accent wall too. And then this is one project that I made like 2 or 3 years ago. It's like a
That's
gray
cool.
canvas.
Mhm. Yeah, 4-H is a wonderful, wonderful program. Look at all the things, you're able to do, the confidence it builds with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say the most important lesson you've learned by being in 4-H?
I think just like the experience and like learning, like I would have known that I was like good at photography or like I wouldn't have learned about how to train dogs or stuff like that. Just like the experience you get from it and learning and being able like through 4-H I've talked to so many like I've had so many interviews and like I've talked on the radio and like this kind of thing. Just like getting the experience to talk to people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your mom for being a 4-H leader. I appreciate you being in 4-H. And 4-H for anybody at any age, like, cause they have like, what do you call that category? Open category where Barb and I would be able to register something in the fair if we had something.
Yeah.
If we had any talent.
Yeah. Oh, well, look at all those pictures you do.
I didn't do any of those.
Those are gifts.
Those are all gifts.
So yeah, that's called open class.
Mm-hmm.
Open class, Randy. That's where we belong.
Maybe next year, Barb, we'll work up something to submit. We got to start at the local level first, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think the state fair has open class that anybody can enter to.
Well, here's the good news. We lives in
I was gonna say I can do Iowa and she can do.
I live in Minnesota.
You got 2 chances, Randy.
I know.
They're good.
Hey, what would you recommend us doing that we could win?
Yeah, exactly. What's something very simple?
Well, pretty much what I would say is take what your passion is. So, like, for open class, I've never hardly entered anything because I'm always so busy helping everybody get ready for 4-H. But I know one year, my son, we had farmer's market, and so he did a lot of vegetables.
So we had lots of vegetables. So I took those one year. And then
Have you seen Randy's garden?
yeah, I have. So that might not work. And then I need a quilt, and so I took that internet. I figured I could get over it, which I did. But I learned a lot from doing that because I learned that I need to stitch differently or whatever, you know. So anyway, I entered it. So I would just say whatever you're doing, just turn it. You can turn. That's the thing about 4-H. Whatever you are doing, you can turn it into a project.
Can we turn in
Doesn't
Zoom
matter what it is.
What?
Probably.
What'd you
I don't know.
say?
He said probably. I said, can we turn in Zoom interviews?
If you are in 4-H, yes, you could, because they have videography, I think, or this could be under citizenship or community service. I mean, it's just a lot of options.
Yeah.
Open class is probably a little more picky.
Well, thank you, ladies.
For something we can figure out.
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. We have a whole year. I think it's too late now.
Yeah.
It's good to talk about it. Give us like a few months to come up
We'll
with a
start
plan.
doing some planning.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we need to do. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lori and Faith.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.
You too.
Aloha.
Bye.